All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Miss Kristen. I work at the Dixon Gallery and Gardens, and this is my friend and coworker, Miss Danielle.
Hi, everyone.
And we both work for the Dixon, and we like to go around, visit schools and camps, and teach everybody about art. So you may have seen us before, we may look familiar to you, but what we're going to do today is just take you through a really quick project that relates to Memphis. And so Miss Danielle is going to show you guys some pictures from the Dixon's collection, some art from our museum.
Have you switched me to, yep, all right. Give me just a moment to pull this up, everyone. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is one of the paintings from our permanent collection at the Dixon. Today, I'm going to show you 3 different artworks, and all 3 of them are cityscapes. So you've probably heard of a landscape. Before a landscape, you've got land that's going all the way across the painting. But a cityscape, same thing. You have a city that goes all the way across instead of a piece of land. So this one here was made by an artist named Claude Monet. And this is an image of Port of DFA. Ooh, thank you, Miss Kristen. In the evening. This was made in 1882. So I went and found an image of this same port today. I thought it would be really neat for us to see those differences. So if Claude Monet were to magically appear in that same location today, you could imagine his picture might look completely different, right? He might have a lot more of those boats. There would be different buildings. So that's just something interesting to think about. And artists, when they make these cityscapes, they have different styles. So if a different artist painted the same place, it would still probably look different, right? Claude Monet was an impressionist painter, so he's got all of these lines and different colors. But we have another artist, William James, who painted this cityscape of Venice, and his is a little more realistic. It looks a little bit more like a photograph, more close to what the real life image was. And I did the same thing for this painting. So I went and I found an image of Venice that I thought we could compare the two. This one I think is at a different angle because you can see the buildings are a little different, but again, you've got different styles of boats. Things change in a city over time. So this picture might look different if you were to go to that same place and try again. And our last one for today is by Henry Tanner. And this one is View of the, see, Miss Kristen, what do you think?
I don't know, maybe Saline?
We'll guess. Looking towards Notre Dame. And this was painted in 1896. So some of you may know that Notre Dame was
I think it's the sign.
Sign?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. It's the big river in Paris, but I can't remember how you say it.
Well, that's something maybe kids, maybe one of you can look it up for us. You can share what you learn. We're always learning something new. So this one, in the background, you can see they've got the painting of Notre Dame in the background. And some of you may know that Notre Dame recently was damaged. And so this whole view would look completely different to the artist today. So I found an image of that. This was taken last year, and you can see they're rebuilding, and there's all that scaffolding on the building. So it might be interesting if this artist were able to come back and do a new painting with that scaffolding. Would they include that detail, or would they kind of ignore it? So anyway, these are just 3 of the cityscapes from our collection. But today, you are going to make a cityscape of Memphis, our own city. And one thing that all of these paintings had in common that I did not mention is they had a body of water. So today, your picture will also showcase that beautiful water and reflection. And Miss Kristen is going to show you, how to do that.
All right, y'all. So what I'm going to do is flip my camera so that you can see my hands working. You can kind of see the project this way. So for this project, we're going to need a piece of paper. This is just like regular copy paper. The thinner paper you have, the better. You're going to need either a Sharpie, like a permanent marker, or a black crayon would work. And then you're going to need some washable markers. So any kind of marker. And lastly, you'll need either a spray bottle or a wet paper towel. So those are our supplies today. Spray bottle, markers, permanent marker or crayon, and some paper. Okay, now if you don't have all of these supplies, you can always just make a drawing of the city of Memphis. But what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you how to make a reflection drawing where we can include that body of water like Miss Danielle was talking about. And for our city, it's on the Mississippi River. So we'll be drawing the Mississippi too. Okay, so step one, you're gonna take your paper and you're gonna fold it in half hot dog style. So that just means long and skinny. So I'm folding it in half and now I'm gonna open it back up. And right here where the fold is, that's gonna be the bottom of our city. Underneath is gonna be water, up above is gonna be city and sky. So what I'm gonna do is take my marker and draw a line right on the fold. And this tells me not to draw anything for my city below that line. I know that's going to be the bottom. Now, when you're drawing your city, you can draw Memphis like it is today. You can imagine what it would have been like 100 years ago, or maybe you can imagine what it would look like in 100 years. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start drawing the city here. And one of the first things I like to draw is our bridge. We have that really cool like M bridge. So I'm kind of drawing like the letter M, putting our little supports there. And it's made kind of out of wrought iron and metal, and it's got those cool crisscrosses, so I'm going to draw those. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? You can get creative and imaginative. But we've got that. And I'm going to put our city, or our pyramid, but I think I'm going to kind of imagine what the pyramid might be used for, say like in 100 years. And I think if it were in the future, it might be used for space travel supplies. So I'm going to put like a big star on it. Whoop, not use the fish anymore. Maybe I'll draw some galactic symbols here. Maybe our pyramid will be serving a different purpose. I might think about like technology being better. So our skyscrapers might be really, really tall. They might have cool patterns on them. Add some windows. Okay. Maybe our buildings will have really big antennas so that we can communicate with our alien friends. Kind of looks like a lollipop, but I'll draw the like signal going out. So you can really draw your city however you want, but I'm going to fill it going all the way across. And then I'm going to add some things in the sky. So you could do like clouds, but I think if we're doing a future city, I'm going to add some flying cars, maybe a spaceship. Maybe like a regular plane, but tiny, because everybody will have their own. You know, there might be some regular cars in 100 years too. So I might add some of those on the bridge, but maybe they look really different. Okay. Maybe I'll add some clouds. And then down here in the river, I'm not going to draw too much because I want the reflection to show later. So I might just draw some like little wavy lines. You can add a boat if you want. But remember, after we color this and we reflect it, then it's going to be kind of covering up all this space. So whatever you draw down here, you want to color in so that it doesn't get messed up whenever we do our reflection. I'm going to make like little futuristic looking boat here. Okay, so I've got my drawing done, and the next thing I'm gonna do is to start coloring it. So I'm not gonna color anything down here. I'm only gonna color up here at the top, and I'm gonna just kind of speed through here and color all my buildings in. Obviously, you want to take a lot longer making your buildings look nice. I'm not going to do my whole thing. I'm just going to color it like one or two so I can kind of show you guys the idea and you can see what happens. But you would color your whole city and your sky too. You want to color everything that's up here totally in so that it will reflect in the water. Okay, so I'm just going to color kind of the sky around. I'm going to make my sky yellow. It doesn't have to be realistic. And I'm only going to color this one little section of my city so you can see it. But like I said, you guys would color the whole thing. All right, I'm going to color my plane. Okay. So once I kind of have this whole thing colored, what I would do is spray it with water. If you have a damp paper towel, you can just kind of pat with water all over or down here at the bottom too. But I'm going to spray it with water, fold it in half, and give it a little massage. And when you open it up, that reflection is going to be in your water. See that? So I've got a couple that I've already finished here, and you guys can kind of see what they'll look like once they're totally done. Okay, so this one I had colored all my sky, all my city, sprayed it with water, folded it in half, and I've got that reflection. I also did this one, which was a more traditional view of Memphis. And you can kind of see it's not perfect. It's got some places that kind of started and stopped, but that helps it look more like a painting, kind of like that impressionist style that Miss Danielle was talking about. Okay. And we'll switch back to my camera here. And that's all there is to that. All right. So I hope you guys had fun watching. I hope you guys make something really cool. And if you want to share it with us, you can maybe send it to your teacher and they can email it to me. Or you can post it on like the Dixon social media pages. You can have an adult help you put it on our Facebook or Instagram and use the hashtag Dixon at home. So that's kind of our hashtag that we've been using. But we love seeing you guys, making art with you. We hope you're having a great summer and we hope we get to see you in person soon. Okay. Bye everyone.